Hey guys, welcome to the Idiot Side Quests, where each week we go on different side quests that are always different. And yeah, we're your idiots. I'm Leah,
I'm Brandon.
and this week our side quest is reviews. Um, Basically, people who go online and just really want you to know their opinion. This is 110% inspired by Beach Too Sandy, Water Too Wet, which is a podcast that is strictly just about Yelp reviews. So if you guys enjoy this one, you should definitely check them out. It's pretty hilarious.
There's so many reviews out there in the world, and mine particularly that I'll be going over today are definitely more on the odd funny side, in
Oh
which
yeah.
people take their own various unique takes on various products. Mine, which will mostly be on games, but there also will be other reviews going on as well.
Most of mine are from our local area.
Oh my.
So it's gonna be pretty great. But before we jump into reading off these reviews in the most dramatic fashion and whatnot, are you a review person? Do you either write reviews or like read reviews for actual like purpose?
Me, not really. Honestly, the only reviews that I've ever really looked into is things like microphone reviews, in which I want to hear samples. Most reviews I go into are like actual practical,
Yeah.
like hardcore videos or audio showcases of the product that I want. So usually just like reading someone's hot take on it, I usually don't care.
Yeah, same. I think the only time I've genuinely used Yelp for something like purposeful is when I was trying to find a groomer for my cat, because I specifically wanted a groomer where it was like they only did cats, so there won't be like dogs in there and stuff too. But
Yeah.
that's the only time I've genuinely used like Yelp to assist me in my everyday needs.
And honestly, I'm gonna say this here for a post. At least if you're watching this on YouTube, I think you should post a photo of your said cat's haircut.
Oh yeah, she looked like a goblin, but like in the best way. Like not goblin in a negative standpoint, but like she looked like a cute goblin. I loved it. It was great. Do you wanna go first?
Sure. I will start off with a pretty simple review. Most of mine are going to be done through the Steam. Steam is a online marketplace for downloadable games and content, primarily on the PC, so like Windows and Apple computers. And using Steam, you can go purchase video games either for free or for their set cost. It's just another one of the game launchers, kind of like if you play on PC, you have to deal with so many of them nowadays with Epic and all these other guys coming out. But something that Steam has always kind of stood out for me is their review section. Because some games, they get honest reviews and people tell them their grievances, and it can really sway sometimes my decision in making a game purchase if it's either they break it into two categories. It's overall reviews, like how
Mm-hmm.
people rate it, and then how recently people review it. Since
Okay.
games are updating all the
Yeah,
time
and
now,
changing and evolving.
yeah, so you can know if a game has gotten better or if it's gotten worse. But something too that always stands out are the people that actually type out their comments on games. So my first one is a review by Black Hole Sun for the game Dota 2, which is a online multiplayer battle arena, three lanes. It's like League of Legends, game like that. Their review of the game is it's okay. That's it. And it says that they have 8,741 and a half hours of Dota 2. It's okay. Almost 9,000 hours, and that's the only review.
It's
Like,
just okay.
it's simple. I love it. It's a thumbs up review, so they recommend it.
It's
It's
to the
okay.
point. So my first one is from Yelp. This was a review from Monica, and this was for Maya Nightclub, which is a nightclub in Scottsdale. I have to say that I've never met as many creepy people in my life as I did when I unfortunately had the displeasure of being dragged into this nightclub. I could not believe how annoying this place was. The drinks were overpriced and the service was horrible. Everyone seemed to have an attitude and nobody was cool or for real.
No one's for real out here in these
No
streets.
one's for real. Just a bunch of phony, pretentious jerks. I wish I could say something nice about this place. I guess the bathrooms were clean. That's about it.
That's for a nightclub.
Yeah, it's for a nightclub.
They're going to a nightclub. They're trying to get the realest
Oh,
human
yeah.
interaction.
100%. I'm here to make some real friends that aren't phony, so I'm going to do it at a nightclub.
I think my biggest concern too with that review is their statement on the bathroom, because, you know, I mean, honestly, if you're going into a place, I mean, you might make notice of the bathroom, but let's be honest, if you're at a nightclub, you're there to like just blow off steam from a week of work.
Yeah.
A lot of people get really turned in those clubs. Were they okay in that club? Were they in that bathroom on their hands and knees just blowing chunks in the toilet? Maybe that's when it's really important that the bathroom is clean.
You know, Monica, I'm not too sure. I hope you weren't blowing chunks. Maybe you were, because it was 1 star.
Ooh.
Oof.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think all of mine are 1 stars actually.
Ooh. Oh no.
And just some a disclosure really quickly. We aren't doing this like to say any of these establishments or any of these games are bad themselves. We're literally laughing at the people who chose to waste their time writing these reviews.
Oh yes. Oh yes. You know something that, and I throw this in here real quick. I don't even remember what exactly I was doing. Maybe it was research for this episode. But I remember running into that you truly do get, there's people out there that get paid to write these comments a lot of the times, like product reviews and things like that. Like, it's not just like I usually, like, I understand if it's like a full-on like YouTube video and you go into these products and you're talking about them and you're breaking them down, like that makes sense to get paid for that.
Yeah.
But to literally just go
Write
into
a couple sentences
into a comment section and be like, hey, it was all right, it didn't really work, but if it's not right for you, you get your money back, and then they get paid for that.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's crazy. The world is so weird, and how you can make some cash real quick.
Bonkers.
Let's see. This one is a accurate review of Far Cry 5. This is a recommended review, and they had 26.5 hours of game time at the time of review. Fat Crying Man 5 is what it sounds like. It is about a fat man crying uncontrollably. And now you just have to sit there and listen to it. And he's like, boo-hoo, my family got murdered by Weird Cole. Boo-hoo, they killed them all. Boo-hoo, I don't care, bro. Stop. 5 out of 7.
Cool story, bro. Actually, it doesn't. Well, he recommended it, though.
Yeah, he recommends it. 5 out of 7. He makes fun of it, but overall, he's still like, it's a good game. You should buy this game.
I'm confused by that review, but
I never beat Far Cry 5. I played it for a little bit while my roommates had it, and you know, I could actually probably attest to that. I didn't really care too much for the game, but the storyline is truly kind of, you know,
Fat Cry Man.
Boo-hoo, my family, it's a cult.
My next one, this is by Magenta for Rob Zombie's Great American Nightmare, which I guess was a like haunted house here. I think it was like a couple years back, because like I think the most recent review was from 2015, but it doesn't matter, it's still on the internet, so I'm reading it.
Oh, absolutely.
I also want to preface this. I'm gonna read this one how it's written. It was bad, overpriced, and not scary at all. For something with Rob Zombie's name on it, I feel duped. Long lines, the makeup wasn't realistic, half of the actors just stood there or sat there and didn't even try to scare. They didn't seem at all enthused to be there. I wish I could get my $50 back and the 3 hours of my life back. All in all, I would compare it to a high school theater production.
3 hours?
Yeah.
At a haunted house?
Yeah.
I've never been to a haunted house.
I would say 3 hours is probably like standard, depending on like how many houses they have and like stuff like that. Rob Zombie's, like, how do you fuck that up, man?
I don't know.
Like,
well, is it actually owned by a person that calls himself Rob Zombie, or is it supposed to be Rob Zombie?
It's Rob Zombie. It's Rob
Okay.
Zombie's American Nightmare or whatever. Which
maybe autocorrect?
What autocorrect is gonna autocorrect zombie to zony?
Is this gonna turn into a weird autocorrect episode? Because I'm sure there's really outlandish autocorrects that happen out there.
Oh yeah, for sure. Magenta didn't enjoy her time.
I wouldn't either. But
Yeah.
that's just because, as we've said multiple times on the show, I'm a giant baby, and I don't like scary things. Scary things are not my forte. I don't want anything to do with them. So, I'm gonna stay away from Scary House. Maybe I'll go to that one. That one seems like it's, as they said, not that spooky. Maybe it's okay.
Maybe it's okay, but it doesn't seem like it's like a thing anymore.
Like at all?
Yeah, I don't think like the most recent review was from 2015.
Maybe it got spookier. Maybe it killed everyone that went through there. Maybe that's what happened.
Ooh. Rob Zombie's Great American Nightmare, Arizona urban legend.
It is. It's exactly that. All right, so next game review I have pulled up here is for a game that I personally have beat myself, and I know a few people that have 100%ed this game. It's a fine, exquisite puzzle game in which you just go through your life living your best life. It's called Honey Pop, and yeah, it's a great dating sim. It's wholesome. Sure. This person that revealed it, Rosen, they had 15.3 hours on record, and it seems like they got pretty far in it. So their review is, it's kind of in green text a little bit. Met a Latino girl, gave her a sombrero, got laid. Met an Asian girl, gave her some rice balls, got laid. Met an alien girl, gave her a UFO toy, got laid. 69 out of 10 would stereotype again. It's all running the stereotypes. Also, something that I found almost more curious than their review is this reviewer's comment also states how many products on Steam this person owns. And they are the owner of 5,933 games.
Oh man, it's a pro gamer, bro.
Like, just even if you think, even if the game, every single game they had on that account was worth like 50 cents.
Yeah, that's an amount
several
of money.
$1,000s. But they only have 27 reviews. I'm curious to see what their other reviews are. Like, if you have almost 6,000 games and you're only going to review 27 of them, like, what do you have to say? Because those games, like Honey Pop, great game, it really had to move you. He was moved so emotionally that they had to just go into the forum and write about this game. Also recommended, by the way. Definitely a recommended. 1,800 people found it helpful.
69 out of 10
Would
stereotype again.
Yep.
It's pretty great. I'm gonna be honest. I think this one is personally my favorite, and I'll go on a tangent after I'm done reading. Review by Kyla of a Circle K. If I could give no stars, it still wouldn't be low enough. Today, my daughters and I stopped in after a long day, if shopping, to get a fountain drink. When my daughter brought it out to my mother-in-law and me, they tasted horrible, all caps. I sent her back in to get a refund and buy me a bottled soda. The employee refused, all caps, to give her a refund. I was totally floored over how the customer service was. If my daughter had not been so frustrated over bridesmaid dress shopping, I would have gone back in there and given the employee a piece of my mind. Instead, I'll do this and I'll call corporate.
Oh my god.
Which, just to put it
It's
in...
a Karen.
It's a Karen. Kyla, you're a Karen. But just to put it in perspective, I do believe most gas stations are like this. But a fountain drink costs 79 cents or like 69 cents at Circle K. And like, let's assume, they've got a big party out because they were going bridesmaid shopping. And let's say, they bought 5 fountain drinks. That's still not even $5. And so, one, you're really that upset over like 79 cents, like less than $1 purchase. Like, what are you expecting?
Yep.
And then also, with fountain drinks, there's one of 3 reasons why it would taste off. 1, change the syrup.
Mhm.
2, change the CO2.
Yep.
3, you're just fucking crazy and being annoying to be annoying.
It's true. Well, it's like that even like reminds me of just people that order their drinks at Starbucks. Like when I used to work at Starbucks, they would just be like, if it wasn't even at like, they would order it at like 182, and sometimes they would you'd hand their drink at 182 degrees, which is pretty close to boiling at that
Yeah.
point.
I wouldn't want to drink
Take
it that
an
hot.
immediate sip. Say this is not the correct temperature. It needs to be slightly hotter. Go again. When you literally have like, there's scientific instruments on those machines, like thermometers, that tell you the exact temperature of those drinks. But it's just, some people, they just,
Gonna be a dick to be a
they
dick.
gotta go off, man. That's their thing. That's what they do with their time. It makes them happy.
Like,
They're pumped up.
do they maybe like
Their
just
fountain drink, not bubbly enough.
do they maybe just like feel so unhappy with their regular life that they need to make a scene to like have themselves be noticed or like feel better about themselves or some weird bullshit like that?
It could be validation.
Okay.
It could be a validation thing. Like, am I in the wrong here? That's essentially what it is.
The customer is always right.
Incorrect.
Very.
So incorrect.
Customer's always wrong. 100%. You can quote me on that.
You can quote it. All right, how about I go for a negative review myself?
Get pumped.
I'm not super sure what game this is. It is, I want to say, a shooter. Because there's no context, I don't think, for the game here. But it is not recommended. And it has 36, I can read, I promise. 36 hours on review. It was fun for me until I got banned. The first few days I was trying to enjoy multiplayer because that's why I downloaded the game. Each day I was tormented with experienced players because I was new and doing stupid things. I played a lot of RTS games in the past and it's just like most of them, so it's pretty easy to learn and I just didn't want to play exactly how they were playing. So RTS is real-time strategy, so it's not a shooter, it's a real-time strategy game, so I'd have to say it's like StarCraft or something. After a while, I got annoyed because they kept using the stupid community slang and calling me a lobster. I took real words to them, and I told a certain individual to bleep off and cussed him. After that, I was banned for 1 day. The next day, the same thing happened with another individual. I did the same thing and was reported that I got permanently muted from the game, and they blocked my IP from viewing their website for info about the game. I don't know why. So after a week of playing this pretty cool game, I've been harassed by the experienced side of the community. And now I'm banned because today I was trying hard in a multiplayer match when the enemy got the best of me. My teammate called me a lobster, so I placed an atom bomb on his base, friendly fire. Thus, the developers banned me from playing this free game for friendly fire, which is an error on their part if you ask me. Highly not recommended due to the toxic community.
No, I would say he got banned for good reason.
I would say, yeah. I'd say he 100% probably deserves that because he's... I can understand, though. Sometimes you are newer at the game and you...
Yeah, it can be frustrating.
Being the new person, it can be very frustrating, especially if other people, it's like a team game and they're really...
they'll shit on you
They're
hard.
relying on you to pull your weight and you're not pulling your weight. It's tough. It's real tough, bro. But I understand that, yeah, he's a little shit.
Yeah, I mean, and plus, like, with some games, like, not all language is banned, so, like, whatever bleep word he used, because he did censor himself on his review, but apparently not in the game.
Yes.
You could have said that once, been like, oh shit, they banned me for a day. Maybe I shouldn't pull this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Well, it's probably a smaller game, too. I'd have to say, just due to the fact that he's getting reprimanded for, like, his actions, it seems pretty quickly here.
Yeah.
A lot of bigger games, they kind of just let shit slide, you know?
All right. So this next one is from Rose for Studio Movie Grill. I will let Rose take it away. Wow. This place exists in Scottsdale.
Wow.
Wow. Not a clean movie theater. The chairs are computer chairs. My office chair is way better than this chair.
Wow.
Why would I pay to sit on a computer chair for 3 hours? We came out for a refund and they wouldn't refund us our tickets either. Absolutely ridiculous. I expect more for a weekday date night in Scottsdale, Arizona. I would give 0 stars if I could.
Now, I'm going to preface this for some of our non-local listeners here.
Yep.
If you don't know about Scottsdale, Arizona,
Oh.
we could go in a little bit on Scottsdale here for a second, because most of these reviews are in the Scottsdale area.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Scottsdale is a suburb of Phoenix that is
entitled.
It's for the wealthy feeling of people.
Yes.
It's not even the richest suburb, honestly, of
just the most entitled and the loudest.
But it is where you will go and find Prada and people living extravagantly even though they can't afford it, and it's literally everything wrong.
Just for reference, the people who don't live in Scottsdale and hate Scottsdale people call it Snobsdale, and it's 110% accurate.
110%.
It's bad. People are trash.
Yeah, so it's like a lot of these reviews, I'm sure it's like, I'm curious, what movie theater was that? What was it?
It's the one, I don't know if I should...
the Studio Movie Grill?
The Studio Movie Grill.
Studio Movie Grill? No, those chairs are comfy as fuck.
I mean, okay, I will actually slightly agree with the reviewer for this one, because they do have office chairs, but I do want to preface...
Wait, they do?
Yeah, they do. So it kind of buffers out each row. Like, they'll have, like, those nice recliner chairs that, like, are in most movie theaters.
I haven't been there since 2012, so my memory is a little hazy.
It's close to where I live. And so I'll go there for, like... because they play, like, indie movies. Like, I'm probably going to go see Lighthouse there because I really want to see that movie. But I remember one time I went to Studio Movie Grill because they were doing, like, Lord of the Rings. And my friends invited me to, like, go watch it. I wasn't aware it was Two Towers, the extended version.
Oh.
And, like, their office chairs, like, don't recline. Like, they're not super comfortable. I don't care that much, but it was
a long movie for that.
Yeah, it was a long movie for that. But no, Studio Movie Grill, you're doing okay. You got your niche. Keep doing what you're doing.
Exactly. And I mean, the nice thing too about movie theaters, at least here in Arizona, I don't know why it's specifically here. When I've lived in other states, it's not this way. Movies are super cheap here. Like, you can go see a movie, like, especially like a matinee, for like $7 to $10.
Yeah, that's true.
Other state, like in Tennessee, you would always at least per person spend at least $20.
Pain.
It's horrible.
Utter
Regal
pain.
Cinemas, fuck you. That's my review.
Oh,
there's my review. I'm calling you out. Regal Cinemas, you get a 1 star for me for outdated movie theaters.
How dare.
It's the worst. There is a review here that I'm looking at. Recommended. Don't know what game this is, but the review was video game.
Thank you.
Thank you. You did it. There's a lot of reviews on Steam in which people try and rack up that. I've seen at least several over 1,000-hour reviews where people just say it's okay. So there's a lot of that seems to happen throughout the site. Yeah, it's a little bit of a troll, but at the same time, I mean,
he's not wrong.
I feel like
they're not wrong.
Oh my god, this one is one that hits home. But I must say, first, at a certain point, you just play so much of a game. Like, for me, it's Smite. I have over 1,000 hours in Smite. I fucking hate the game. Like, I have a picture saved on my phone. It's actually a Steam review that I use as a reaction image now. Here it is. It's 617-hour review. The game is not recommended, and it says this is one of my favorite games. Not recommended.
I feel that.
That's how I feel about a lot of games, like Siege, Smite, all of them. But first, let's dive into a real game that I have actually cried playing it myself because it's insanely good. Uwu Rar XD reviews Hatoful Boyfriend. For those who do not know the context of Hatoful Boyfriend is a dating sim in which you are a human girl and you date boyfriend pigeons.
Hell yeah.
It's pretty amazing. Hatoful Boyfriend is an exquisite amalgamation of picturesque backdrops, enthralling storylines, and unrealistically handsome pigeons. It's true. These birds will turn any man gay, and then into a furry. They are so irresistible. But make no mistake, Hatoful Boyfriend is in no way a shallow porno devoid of insightful literature. Rather, it will furnish your life with multitudes of intimate romances many of us find ourselves longing for in this bitter, alienating existence. Luzon, Bleeding Heart, Angel, Higure? I'm not sure if I said that right. Just down to my nether region. I'm not a monster, so I will not rob you, the reader, of the erotic masterpiece that I will find myself craving for each night. Although I will disclose the climax of my pilgrimage was peppered with startling seductive fireworks. I will end this review here, for time spent reading more is time that could be spent held in the warm embrace of Ryota, Sakuya, Yuya, Nageki, Akusan, Nanaki, Iwama, I can't say that name, Angel, and Azumi. Gentlemen, get it, and good night. It's true. You gotta play Hatoful Boyfriend. It's an amazing
Ooh,
game.
rar XD.
Ooh, rar XD knows what they're talking about.
You live up to your name, and I want to be your friend. Please notice me, senpai, but I wouldn't blame you if you didn't, because you were ooh, rar XDing all of your pigeon boyfriends. It sounds like a magnificent time spent.
That is. If there's a game I recommend hardest to any of the listeners, it's Hatoful Boyfriend. Go find it. It's cheap. And it's on console too. Wow. For all of our console players, that's actually not just a Steam game. You can play Hatoful Boyfriend on your PS4, Xbox 360, Nintendo Switch, NES. Probably not the NES, but you know, it's out there. Go play it.
Not sponsored. Just genuine excitement over pigeons.
Genuine love for my boyfriends.
So this one is, I'm not too sure how to pronounce their name. It's Hye, so I'm assuming their name is Hi. And this is a review of DVD Transfer Station. I think this place is very noisy. I passed by this place to get to my favorite restaurant. I heard really loud music in many times. I have no idea why the owner plays music so loud. You didn't even go to the establishment. What business do you have reviewing it?
So they're just reviewing the fact that they can hear the music from outside?
Yeah, I walked by, I could hear the music, and now I'm mad.
Thanks, Yelp.
Thanks, Yelp.
Yeah, I definitely... Isn't Yelp one of those sites that has come under fire before, too, for... They have so many negative reviews posted to Yelp, and if you pay off Yelp, they'll get rid of those reviews and make it look positive.
I'm not positive about that.
Or, like, they bring them to the top, at least.
I don't know.
I know they've accepted money or something like that before. I don't know. Look into it.
I'm gonna say no, because I didn't go on like a forum to find these. Like I dug around and I searched for them. And let me tell you, Yelp doesn't want you to find these reviews. I had to dig hard.
They're paying them off. It's the product of the man.
Something.
It's a product of the man.
Yeah, boy.
All right. So this is a review of Rainbow Six Siege.
This is a lot.
Yeah.
Take me away.
Good old Rainbow Six Siege. It's a game I play on my Twitch channel sometimes.
Wow.
Rainy Wolves, there it is. There's the plug. But Siege, it is a recommended review, and they're only at 50 hours. That's amateur hour. You will get spotted. You will miss a drone. You will accidentally down a teammate or even the hostage trying to get the drone. You will get team killed accidentally. You will get team killed purposefully. You will injure or kill yourself or others with C4. You will forget to put down Rook's armor. You will forget to take Rook's armor. You will get spawn camped. You will try to spawn camp back. You'll fail. You will be subjected to bad matchmaking. You'll be subjected to bully shields. You'll try to shield bully back, but get headshot while fully facing the enemy. As Montagna. It's true. It sucks sometimes. You will get flanked. You will get... You will get anally blasted by shotguns. You will try shotguns, but find out they're only for experienced players. You will play as Thermite and die before you can do your job. That is, most operators. You will die before you do your job, especially if you play like me. Hell yeah. You will get 4 consecutive headshots on a guy, only for him to slowly turn, eyes glowing, and shoot you while laughing. You will be on the bad end of poor hit reg. You will be on the good end of poor hit reg. You will play against Russian, Chinese, Japanese, Brazilian people with high pings because there's no region locking. Very true, especially at late night hours on the West Coast server. You will play with Russian, Chinese, Japanese, Brazilians with high ping because there's no region locking. Oh, you'll play with. Yeah. You will be the only one on the objective when the first breach charge goes off. That's a poor feeling right there. That's a spooky feeling. You will ask for your dumb, roaming teammates to return to lend a hand. You will witness your teammates, friends, and lovers all die around you one at a time until you're the only one left. You will be the last one alive against a full team. You will be cold and alone inside the objective. You will be suddenly be subjected to deafening cacophony of doors, windows, walls, ceilings, and floors exploding together and in rapid succession. You will cower in one corner where line of sight hasn't been broken. You will pop your head up in hopes of one kill before death. You will somehow see that all the enemy team are looking the other way. You will know what you must do. You will, instead of what any sane, reasonable man would do, you gracefully toss your nitro cell right in the midst of them. You will detonate the nitro and get a 6-player multi-kill. 5 players plus 1 hostage. You will lose the round, but it was all worth it.
Did Stephen King write this review?
No.
Are you sure?
This is just an average round of Rainbow Six Siege. There's a lot of emotions that go into the game.
You can't tell me. You can't prove it wasn't Stephen King.
I can't prove that it wasn't Stephen King because the reviewer's name is blocked. They have 100 and wow, that's another notable thing. They have 68 products in their library, but 126 reviews.
Math do not work.
Maybe they would just return a lot of games.
Maybe.
Which they maybe deserved all these emotions, but at the same time, Rainbow Six Siege, it's right. Like I said, it's right there on my list, right next to Smite. It's my favorite game. I don't recommend it. I really don't. But it's a good review. That summarized everything right there.
I felt like I was playing it. All right.
I'm sorry.
So this next one this was sent to me by the podcast's #1 fan. Shout out to Katie. You know who you are. And this is of Mount Humphreys. And I've got 3 very short reviews for you. All of Mount Humphreys.
What is Mount Humphreys?
I'm assuming it is a mountain in California.
It's just a mountain. Okay.
It's a mountain.
Okay. I thought it was like a store or... Okay.
No, it's a mountain. People are out here like criticizing nature. First user review. 1 star. I can't see other people's reviews. This one is from Isaac. 1 star. I thought it was supposed to be in Arizona. And then this is from Andreas. 1 star. My son died.
I'm sorry, Andreas.
Like,
it's not funny, but like, why?
I'm very confused.
Did
honestly,
he die on the mountain?
I don't. It literally just says my son died. I hope he's trolling. I don't know if he is. If he's not, are you giving it?
It's so vague that I don't think it's trolling.
I don't know, but like, if he did die on the mountain, was it an accident? Or like, are you giving it 1 star because some random ranger went on a murdering spree and your son died? I need more than 3 words. I need more than 3 words for this. I think it's safe to say he won't be returning though.
I'm really curious where Mount Humphreys is. It's in California?
Yes.
100%?
Yes.
Okay. Why'd the person think it was in Arizona?
I don't know. Maybe it's like on the border. I don't know where it is.
I see.
Katie just sent me the screenshot.
Well, thank you, Katie.
Thanks, Katie.
You're the best. So this review is a review for the game Squad, but I want to also attest that it's also extremely accurate to any of the Arma games or even Escape from Tarkov. I think those all hyper realistic like shooters, they all kind of fall under this review of constant stress, check. PTSD simulator, definitely a check. Being yelled at by everyone within earshot, check. Shooting your own teammate because of slow or non-existent nameplates, a check. Absolutely brilliant game. Worth years of therapy. Recommended. I will like no joke though, like Escape from Tarkov, I don't know how people play it. Like I know it's like insane, like it's top of the line for like high skill play.
Mm,
It's so stressful.
not for me.
It's a game to where you are deafening yourself with audio because you just need to hear the smallest crunch of a footstep to be alerted.
Oh my god.
And the gunshots are like realistically loud. Like I have played Escape from Tarkov and Arma and been actually curious if I'm gonna blow out my headphones because of how loud those games can get. Especially Arma, like any sort of aircraft you're nearby, you're like, oh, my game's only so loud. Like I only have my volume set to here. And you could put the headset down.
Walk into another room.
Walk into another room, definitely hear the helicopter blades still whirring above your character's head. It's disgustingly loud. No, but they're amazing. The bullets shooting right past your head, the crying in a corner. It's a lot like the Rainbow Six. You just find a corner and you just sad.
I feel like this would give me
You
anxiety.
get, insane. You sweat so much. Your heart starts beating. You get really like shaky. I love it. It's great. Thumbs up. All the way. Thumbs up.
Okay.
So what other reviews do you have for us, Leah?
Also, shout out to Katie. So this is of an airsoft arena.
Oh no, which one?
I think you know which one.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Who put you up to this?
Katie.
Fuck. Of course they would.
If you want to pay a lot of money to be screamed at by some nerdy ref, then this place is for you.
I've actually seen this review.
If not, then find a new field because this is a true, all caps, waste of money. The bang bang rule is 10 feet. Did I mention you are in tiny rooms and 90% of your encounters with other players are in the same room? When you go here, don't bring an airsoft gun cleaning kit. Bring water and cough drops because you will say the word bang more than you put your finger on the actual trigger. Also, 9-year-olds using rental guns that only fire half the time, walking into a room and saying bang bang with their gun pointing towards the ceiling, and then they expect to get all 7 players in the room. 1 star.
I gotta say, I've played that arena. I understand that gripe, but I will tell you what. You start to feel it out as a player when you're playing there. You start doing the surrender, bang, bang rule, whatever. You start to realize who's going to listen to it and who you pull the trigger on. And I'm telling you, you can definitely pull the trigger on people. And I've got so many, I've bled so many times at that arena. They're going to scream at you if you don't do it. So it's like you lose either way. I do agree. 1 star. A waste of my high school years.
Ooh. 30.
All right, so now I've got
You want to close us out with one last one?
one last one. Man, I could keep going. There's a good one here. It's
I'm out, so you can just take control. I'll just react.
well, this one is a non-recommended review. I don't know what game. They have 106 hours played, and the review says unable to play, mostly due to trash graphics card.
Okay, so that's your own fault then.
Why do they have 100 hours if they can't play the game?
I'm very confused.
Why? Why would they do this? Oh man. Let's see here.
Recommended.
Recommended.
This game sucks.
2 reviews right next to each other. One, Rock reviews the game. Good. Recommended. Followed by Swampy Nuts, who says not recommended. Not good. Their review is just not good.
Swampy Nuts only had 0.2 hours.
He's just there to argue. You know it.
Okay, Karen. Karen of the pro gaming world.
Let's see here. I want to find us a really good one. Most of these reviews right now, they're like, there are. Ooh.
Oh.
I think we could close out with this one if it's a good review. Okay, yep. This is the review. We can end on this. All right, so this one was marked as spoiler, but it's not very spoilery. This is for the final review. Let's go over a game called Doki Doki Literature Club. We've gone over a few dating sims
Doki
here.
Doki is... Wait, we already talked about Doki Doki.
We did.
Doki Doki's making a comeback.
It's never leaving. That game is a way of life. I love that game. We talked about that in the AI episode, Elon Musk. So if you haven't seen the Elon Musk episode or listened to it, definitely go give it a listen because we actually talked kind of in depth about this game. But this is a recommendation for Doki Doki Literature Club. The review states, so far, a pretty good game. I'd say my favorite girl is Sayori. I confessed my love to her, and I can't wait to see what happens next. 10 out of 10. Then there's a pause. Then it says, edit. I hate this game now. 0 out of 10. Still recommended, though. It's still under the recommended category, so Doki Doki, you get a little round of applause. That's another game I don't know if I can say I recommend that one wholeheartedly. As far as recommended games from the episode, Beautiful Boyfriend, Honey Pop.
Honey Pop's good.
18 plus, please, on that one.
Yeah.
And then Doki Doki Literature Club.
I don't know. I think like Doki Doki is just the greatest, like kind of fucked up, you know?
And despite my excitement in reading that review of Rainbow Six Siege, I can't recommend it. There's so many emotions when you play Rainbow Six Siege that happen just so quickly. Try it if you dare. That's what I'll say. Play it if you dare.
Only for the strong-willed.
Oh yeah, it's definitely for the strong of heart.
I'm out of reviews.
You're out of reviews?
I'm out of reviews, man.
All right, well, that was a fun episode.
Yeah, that was a fun episode. I guess we're gonna end it here. You guys have any ridiculous reviews, please send them to us because we'll laugh at them and we'll enjoy it. Also, once again, if you guys did enjoy this podcast and like laughing at angry people, check out Beach Too Sandy, Water Too Wet. They 110% inspired this episode, and it's a pretty great podcast.
They go in real deep to find the really colorful people out there that just write some pretty good reviews.
It's bonkers. And they have themes for every episode. I personally enjoy it.
Just think about their name. Beach Too Sandy, Water Too Wet.
Yeah.
But can water be wet? Oh, that's a topic for another. That's an argument for another episode.
So we'll catch you guys next week. Thanks for going on a side quest with us.
Thanks for hanging out.